One. Hi, Greg.
Hello, Nick. How are you? Welcome.
too bad.
This is Maxwell Star's beer review. Today we're going to review a Molson.
All right. Hey, there, beer tubers. Welcome back to Beer Analysis 101 with your host, Maxwell Star. If Greg got it right, maybe he would be a great intro. But tonight we're going to take a look at another beer from Collective Arts. Go figure. Like we've never checked that brewery out on this channel before.
Nick, do you have a history for them?
We do have a history with Collective Arts. I'm pretty sure we all do. This is all the Mimosa Fruits Daily Forecast Mimosa style beer made with fresh orange juice, 4.5% ABV. We'll get more detail about that beer here shortly, but first we'll introduce the people we have with us tonight, starting with Mr. Beard. Hello, Mr. Beard.
What's going on?
Oh, I'm doing all right.
Good.
How are you doing tonight?
Good. I am doing fantastical.
Fan-fucking-tastic. All righty. Okay, so we got Greg here, who's finally on the outside. What's it like being back on the streets?
Look, I can make my chin to a little vagina. Isn't that interesting?
Looks more like a bum crack.
Now, zoom in. You can masturbate to this. Isn't that nice? Anyways, other than masturbatory material, yes, I'm here. It's not too bad now. It was hot as balls all day today.
Be the first
and now it's still pretty warm outside. So we're going to enjoy this. This is a light beer, isn't it? Yeah, 4.5% should make a perfect pool beer. Definitely no way this beer could go wrong. And we've got also with us, sorry, it's hard for me to remember what way to point it. I got Chad the Albino Rhino.
Oh,
Chad.
Good job.
Hey, Chad. For another Chad Albino Rhino review. And, anyway, the whole family's here.
Nice. The cat vacated, I take it?
It's hard to show on this camera because I can't flip it, but there's a cat over there. There's a cat there. Oh, and the orange bastard. Oh, maybe you can see the orange bastard is right there, laying.
I thought he ran off.
No, he's hanging out in the backyard. So
nice. All right. Thank you, Mr. Greg. Then let's go over to Radar. Deep Woods of FFT.
Radar of the Deep Woods of.
Sure. Okay, Radar. How you doing tonight?
Doing very good yourself. And that's it. I'm doing pretty good. I'm not telling my history now, am I? No. Or history with Collective Arts?
No.
We're not talking about histories yet, but I did want to actually pan out to everybody here before I give the history on this beer and just say, like, we've all got the same beer, obviously, but it's just kind of neat. Like, we all got different can art. Like, I got Black Panther, Spoon and Rainbow.
I got a plate
pizza
with the oranges on it.
And Greg's not paying attention.
Nope, but Layla's here.
What's your can look like? You got like Greg would get legs sticking out of an orange.
I'm assuming it's a mimosa. Whoa, just dropped that on my laptop. I'm assuming it's a mimosa fruit.
Alright, so we do, before I pan over to my side, I just thought it was kind of neat that we had that many different cans. I'm doing fine tonight. Before I read my history, I want to talk about one more. It's been a while since we've done one of these, but one of our regulars could not be with us tonight, so he filmed the segment.
Is he really that regular?
He's a little irregular, if you ask me, but he's still with us sometimes.
He's with us in spirit.
You hear that, by the way?
I heard something.
Let me change my sound input. All right. Hear that?
Nope.
No, I can't hear it. I cannot hear his voice.
So what? No? Can't hear that?
No.
I can't hear Dan.
And we're live with Dan.
Hold on. I don't know. Let's try it again. Oh, wait. Stop. Share screen. Wow. Click on the screen. Share system audio. Now, it's probably because of my sound card and my computer setup. How's that?
There we go.
Hear now?
Yep.
Okay.
Dan, that's
good. Thanks for allowing me to join virtually or something.
In spirit.
Virtually? No, not virtually, because I would be doing this live pre-recorded. That's the words I'm looking for. So yeah, I've kind of been excited about this beer. So let's do this.
He's got my
Right.
can art.
Thank you, Dan. So we've only got 4 different cans. Dan had to ruin the doing the individual can thing. All right, so let's
Wow,
move over
Dan.
back to moi, and I'll read a brief history on it because anybody who's kind of watched this channel for the show already probably already knows most of the history, but we'll repeat the basics. We won't go into too much detail and say that Collective Arts was founded in 2013 by Matt Johnson and Bob Russell. Johnson and Russell, along with brewmaster Brian Morrow, began brewing on contract space over in Nickelbrook in Burlington. Collective Arts and Nickelbrook opened up a joint brewery in Hamilton a year later at the site of the former Lakeport Brewery. Collective Arts has since bought out Nickelbrook shares and now operates it as their main brewery with its production volume and distribution to reach across Canada and the US. And of course, we mentioned it before that the place is utterly massive for a brewery, but it's got a very tiny ass tap room. I still like the place. It was nice. Redbeard, on the other hand, I know you have your own opinions of that. You rather seemed very vocal about your disappointment when you were there. Anyway, so they have enough distribution to reach across Canada and the U.S. Daily Forecast Mimosa, on the other hand, is a 4.5% ABV fruited sour beer made with 30% unfermented, freshly pressed orange juice and a slightly sour beer base. Collective Arts first released a 6% version of this in summer 2021 as the Mimosa Sour, with a different recipe and 33% juice. And they just recently released this one as a lighter some spring seasonal in March of 2022. So they're angling for this one to be a bit more of a drinkable, probably honestly more closer to a real mimosa than before. All right. So let's jump back out to before we read any of the comments, let's jump out to the people we have with us and say, Redbeard, I know you've got a history with this beer.
Maybe. I've had a few. Just like most other Collective Arts I come across, I tend to have a few. Aside from their tiny, shitty, bitch-ass tap room, great brewery.
Carrie's always been a size queen.
There you go. You know, I want to feel the back of my throat.
I also like the big tap room, if I'm being honest. So I mean, I got to agree with Carrie on that. Bigger is sometimes better.
Well, have you ever been to Collective Arts, Greg? You must.
No, I haven't. No, I haven't.
Oh, like just
why haven't I? Don't know.
Fairweather, we also stopped at, which is a much smaller brewery. Tap room was at least 3 times the size, and just way more of a nice place that I'd like to hang out and spend some time, kind of thing.
Yeah, I mean, like the Collective Arts only had really a few tables and in a row of like along the bar, and it was really not a lot of space for the size of the brewery they've got. When you take a look at like a place like, remember Merritt in Burlington, in Hamilton, Merritt Brewing, they had like an utterly massive fucking. If Jamie's watching, he'll remember. But they had like an utterly massive fucking tap room in there. Like it was just cavernous in there.
Even Nickelbrook. Nickelbrook's huge in there.
Yeah.
Well, Merritt was bigger, but yeah, like that was good too. Or trying to think of other places, but
it's just Collective Arts is just so tiny.
Yeah. I went to Forefathers when I was in the kitchen there a couple of weeks ago, and Forefathers is huge. And it's I was pleasantly surprised. It was very nice. I love it.
All right. So we're watching Greg we'll have right now because we were asking him what his beer history was. What's your history with this particular beer?
I've had many Collective Arts beers. I had this beer once before. There's about 2 of them. And I had one. I saved this one for today's occasion. That's my history.
There you go. All right. Say, Don Histoire. Alrighty. Let's go over to Radar. What's your history with the brewery and beer?
Oh, many Collective Arts beers, as everybody here probably has, obviously. It first started out with if I'm looking throughout the history, it would have started with Collective Arts number 2 that me and Guy did on his channel, and this would have been maybe 2015, I think it was. Or if I'm looking at November 2016, and this was like still in the early days of when Guy was trying to convert me to craft breweries and all that, and that's when I started liking IPAs. Like I was still in my side launch wheat phase,
Side launch week.
but around that time is when I started liking IPAs. And this was IPA. What was it again? IPA number.
Number 5. Everyone loves number 5.
No, it was State of the first one was State of Mind, and then I did IPA number 2, which was in 2017, and I both gave like very good reviews on it.
Nice.
And I've had many more. Like if I'm trying to find out which one, many of the numbered ones, including number 13, which so far is the highest rated beer by me, and this was with Mr. Redbeard in North Bay, Canada, Ontario,
Canada.
and which is still is the most viewed of the numbered IPA videos on Redbeard's channel, and I gave that one a 9.3.
Well, you keep clicking refresh on it.
No, I'll only watch it a couple of times. I gave the
It's
Good
got
Monster
you.
8.7. I gave the what else? I'm looking through the notes that I got from IPA 16. I gave a 9.0. I remember that one not being as strong as the other ones, but yeah, I've had lots of it. Ransack the Universe though is one of my go-to beers if ever I want to drink till I can't feel feelings anymore.
Okay,
and that's it.
I've
never had this one. Though.
Did you have the chance to try the Mimosa Sour last year?
Nope.
Apparently, they released a slightly different version of this with a stronger ABV. Anyway, yeah, cool. Let's move on to. Actually, let's move on to. I'm gonna put me up here for a second, but we're gonna let Dan give us his history on this beer.
In spirit.
My history with this beer is nothing. Absolutely nothing. However, fuck you, Greg. I like my glass.
Yeah, hi Dan.
Yeah. My history with this beer again is nothing. I kind of like to see what's going on with it. My history with this brewery is a lot. Collective Arts has been around quite a bit. So that's pretty much all I got for this part. And yeah, let's I'll let you know my thoughts in a bit.
All right.
Ooh, he's got some thoughts. I've seen how much was left of that video.
Oh man, Dan with thoughts. Imagine that. All right, so my history with, I don't really want to have to get into too much detail with Collective Arts. Have I had Collective Arts before? Yes. Do I have extensive history with them? Yes. Tried a shit ton of beers. I was looking on Tap tonight, and they have something like 219 beers. I don't know if I've tried 100 different beers from them, but it's probably getting closer to 50 plus for me. I've tried a ton of these guys. The first one I remember having was Saint of Circumstance, which isn't it like their blonde ale or something like that?
It's a citrus.
It's one of their citrus pale ale, I think.
So
they released it. Yeah, Saint of Circumstance I had that way back in 2014, back before, but probably around the time that they were still brewing on contract space, before they opened up their big brewery. They actually, like, for a brewery, they grew quick. Like, as soon as they expanded to the Lakeport Brewery, and then they bought Nickelbrook shares out of like this. Collective Arts was non-existent, and then all of a sudden, boom, they're everywhere. And for good reason. I do like them as a brewery. So, I didn't try the original Mimosa Sour, but this one here, I had a can of this last weekend. Actually, I don't want to give too much about my thoughts because it's obviously a can for probably the same batch. All right, so we're long overdue reading comments. Does anyone want to volunteer to read them or listen to me read them?
Yeah, sure. I can read them if you want to.
All right, read it.
First one was a Popo Jojo 7 that wrote Coors Light, best beer of all time. Fuck hops. America #1. Does anybody know who that is? Or just some random Republican Trump voter who walked in here who likes Coors Light?
Okay.
All right. No, I'm not
Probably Jamie's alt account or something.
Yeah. There's hops and Coors, barely, but they're there. And then Lee wrote, message retracted. And then he wrote, surprised they could make this beer considering worldwide Mimosa fruit tree orchards were decimated by Dutch Peters' disease last year. Western Canadian
Yes.
reviewer Dan, who is on there but not here, says always have thoughts, and then Lee Russell says thought crimes maybe. And then Dan said just
1984.
can't say them out loud all the time, and then I wrote thought process lacking for sure.
Wow.
And Dan says, "Duh, lost my thoughts now." Duh. I'm sorry, Dad. I'm sorry, Dad. It was just a joke. I don't want to.
So he's able to watch, but he can't like be on tonight's episode. Anyway, whatever.
How come? He's
We got digital, Dad. It's okay.
oh, because he's
Yeah,
at
we don't
family
need
there,
we
though?
don't need Dan anymore. We got pre-recorded Dan.
Do we have pre-recorded Dan when he's going to be playing golf later on with us? Is it like pre-recorded for every shot? If we play golf.
Greg, what is happening?
I've got
Greg.
a bug. I got
Okay.
a bug.
What the hell?
I'm trying to.
Go ahead, Greg's gone fly fishing in his beer.
Just eat it. It's just protein, man.
Yeah.
Nah,
Add some flavor to that mimosa fruit.
yeah. Well, apparently apparently that bug gave it like a 10 out of 10. So they really liked it.
It's probably
Hold your
one of
glass
those-
up, Greg. Let me see your.
Just a-
Yours, I don't know. Mine's. I don't know if it's just the light, but mine seems like a little bit almost thicker and like way more turbid
Might
than
be.
yours.
Well, that's a good point of conversation. Like, what was everybody's canning date? Like, mine's March 11th. So I got like one of the first batches.
Me's
I
May
think-
16th.
Yeah, Radar had the freshest, I think. Mine's April 22nd. No, so mine's April 8th.
March
Greg's
21st.
yeah. So Nick and
Greg's
Greg
got-
have the oldest.
Yeah, and that's what mine looks like. It's still fairly hazy.
See yours, Radar? Hold your glass up.
I don't have a glass.
What kind of
What?
monster are you doing a beer review with no
What?
glass?
I don't
My-
have a glass. I broke my Velociraptor glass, and I broke my fucking Klingon glass.
Well, there you go.
That's a
So
wrap
he has no
glass.
other glasses. You have a cup.
I
You
have
can
to go get another
No.
one from another glass from McDonald's.
Okay,
or
hold
something.
hold your head way down and pour the beer in a big long stream so we can see the color of it as it goes into your mouth.
He hasn't been
I'm
able to buy
joking.
more
I'm joking. It's a
glassware.
bad idea.
He hasn't been able to buy more glassware because McDonald's doesn't give glasses out with the Happy Meals anymore.
Oh, hey, I still
Just
have
saying,
a lot
like,
of-
I was like, where'd
Hey.
you get that Velociraptor glass?
Fuck you, Nick. I always get the crown from Burger King instead now. Okay, but they don't have glasses there either.
Oh my god. There was one time where it was like 20 or something like that, 20 or 21, and I walked into a Burger King with some friends, and I was playing around with one of the crowns at the counter, and then the chick was there. She was kind of being slightly a bit flirty with me at the time, and she's looking at me. She's like, "I made those crowns," and I'm like, "Oh yeah, where's yours?" And for some reason, she gave me the fucking stink eye. Like, what the hell? Like,
Nick, were you like 8 at the time?
going on 8 maybe.
It's like,
Anyway.
ma'am, your son has a boner.
Like I'm trying to pour my heart about the time that I got shut down by a chick at Burger King over the Burger King crowns.
I'm trying to make you feel better. It's not that she shut you down. She just wasn't into kids.
Oh, fuck off, Craig.
That should make you feel better. I mean, you just weren't her type.
Nice.
All right, so well, I mean, what's to say about this beer that we do really need to overthink this beer?
It's a classic Mimosa Fruit style.
Yes, it's bursting with mimosa fruits, so I figured that it's probably high time that we go ahead and circle back around. Dr. Red,
Wait a minute.
what's your thoughts on this
Fresh
beer?
orange juice. Where's the
Let's-
mimosa juice?
Let's circle jerk around.
And I know
Um,
it's kind of copying me out because it should have mimosa fruits in it.
I like this a lot. It's like tart orange juice beer. It's exactly what it says it is. It's not too sour. It's got a really nice tartness to it, though. Kind of beer, nice and cold. Could easily crush half a dozen of these on a patio on a hot summer day, kind of thing. Sit by Greg by his pool there, really nice beer by the pool. Yeah, for style, I'm going to give it a 9, and overall, I'm going to give it an 8.5. It's delicious.
For 9 and 8.5, right?
Mhm.
All right. Add that to the score list here, and let's move over to Gorg. Come on, Gord.
Well, I'm going to say I 100% agree with Carrie's tasting notes, and that's pretty much where we part ways on our opinion, because I think it's an awful beer.
Really?
Exactly for the reasons Carrie said he liked it. So I guess it's just different taste, because I think it's overly tart. I don't think I'd want to crush this because it is overly tart. Like, I'd much rather have a Radler or something like this. Yeah, no, I just don't like this. Like, I won't ever be drinking another one of these past this. I mean, you know, whatever. It gets the job done. So, I mean, I can't be overly hard on it for style, because I don't even know what style it is. Like an orange juice mix style or whatever.
The fruit sour.
Fruit. Okay, if it's actually a fruited sour, then okay. Then I guess I can't really be too hard on it. So for style, I guess 7. I don't know, 7.5. Let's be generous, 7.5. My own personal enjoyment. Not even a pass for me. It's about a 4.5.
Wow.
Wow.
So okay, so you gave it a 4.5 for enjoyment. And what was your style again?
I give it a 7.5 for style, because I think if you want a fruited sour, I think it does the job. But I absolutely do not enjoy this beer. I had this beer once before, and I was like, "Fuck, I have to drink this one. I have to drink this again." It's awful.
You just pretty much are big on fruited sours to like.
Generally not. I mean, I had one today. I had a peach sour from Dan's favorite brewery, Bench Brewing, and I actually quite enjoyed that. Some I enjoy, some I don't. This one I don't enjoy. This one it's a combination of just too acidic. First, I don't really love orange juice in my beers to begin with, so it's a combination of too acidic, too tart, and just nothing really redeeming to me about it. So I just would never drink. There's just no real reason for me to ever drink this beer. It's not gross or anything. A 4.5 is. It's not a pass for me. It's not in the realm of gross or anything. Like, if you gave this to me, I'd drink it. But would I ever buy this again? No.
Nice.
If
you gave it to me, also, I'd probably ask if you had something else. Like, you have a cool,
it's like, if this is all you have, this is all you had to offer.
If I need to get the alcohol into me, I will. But
all right, so now we have Greg's opinion.
There we go.
Thank you, Greg. Let's go over to Ray Dahar.
Again, I think I've iterated this last time we had a sour beer. I'm not a fan of sour beers. However, this, because it's not too sour, like I think Redbeard suggested earlier, I kind of like it. I kind of like the taste of the fruit in there. It doesn't have like that as like some IPAs I feel about some IPAs. So, but it's still tasty and smooth actually going down. So I'm gonna give this a good 7.6 for taste, and overall 7.6. Yeah,
7.6 both.
Yeah.
It's all around.
All right.
Yeah, I'd say for swinger parties though, this would be a good one. I'd 8 out of 8 swinger party.
Are you saying it would be a good panty stopper?
No, I wouldn't be a good swinger, but this would be a good beer for a swinger party.
No,
It is pretty good. It is a good.
It should be like there should be like a third level of rating, you know. Or
it is a good pit. I would call it. Yeah, it is a good
swinger rating.
It would encourage panties to come off among consenting adults, is what you're saying.
You mean quicker?
Yes.
Hello, fans. We're live.
Hey, listen, we at the Maxwell Star Beer Review Organization fully support consenting adults fucking each other in all sorts of weird positions and in groups.
Jesus
and all
Christ.
sorts like
All right. So let's go over to, I'll bring myself back on the screen. Let's go over to Dan. Thank you, Radar, by the way. Let's finish it the night with Dan here.
Hi, Dan.
So I've been drinking this a bit. And there's definitely orange juice in here. There's what else in here? 4.5%. Yeah, what was the other ingredient? Other ingredients are not present. So there's that. I don't know what kind of cans you guys had, but this was canned March 22nd, I think it was. March 21st. So exactly.
Dan and I have the same batch.
3 months.
Potentially.
Well, 3 months in a day.
What's the drawing on the can?
Mine. Same as me.
Yeah, 3 months old. So It tastes like fizzy juice. I
Yeah.
don't mind it. It's actually kind of nice. It's an interesting way of doing a mimosa / beer. Um, Mimosa style beer. Interesting. Yeah. Honestly, it's easy drinking. I really like it. It's refreshing. It's summery.
Yeah.
And, I probably have a couple of these. But yeah, I don't know how many I would actually have, but I have a couple of these. For the style, there really isn't many mimosa style beers out there. So my rating for the style, I'm gonna have to give it a pretty good score here. I'm gonna give it for a style. I'm gonna give this an 8. Actually, it's a really good style.
Do it.
Nice summery mimosa style beer. It's a weird thing to say. For enjoyability, 8.5. I can see myself sitting back,
Oh, Dan,
cooking
like,
something on the barbecue, drinking this, and just enjoying a nice summer day. Yeah, that's actually really quite delicious. Of course, I like my juicy beers. I like beers with juice in them. Either or, they're good. So, yeah, there we go. That's my score. That's my accountability, and thanks for having me on. Again, thanks, guys. I've got nothing else to say, but bye. Have fun. Cheers.
Bye.
Bye, Dan.
All right, so let's get back there, and thank you, Dan, who's probably also watching in the chat. All right, so while we calculate the marks, let me, or rather, before we calculate the marks, let me talk about my shot. I didn't even write anything down. This is the first time where I haven't, in a while, where I haven't written
Nick's
any
going in
tasting
blind.
notes. Yeah, because there's really not much to say about this thing. Does it taste like mimosa? Yeah, they fucking nailed it. It tastes exactly like mimosa would. But one minor thing that doesn't taste like it's not quite as acidic, not quite as acidic. Like, I kind of expected this thing to be like double whammy of like fresh squeezed, very tannic orange juice along with like a sour beer base. That it's not too overpoweringly sour. Actually, it's right that sweet spot of sour that I like. I don't like things that like your face puckeringly sour. And like orange juice, or rather, sorry, mimosa fruits tend to be very, very sour and acidic. It kind of tastes like orange juice and champagne mixed together, but it's a full-grown fruit, according to some people in Brandon, Manitoba. Yeah, well, I mean, they nailed it with the with the acidity being dialed down for sure. I like it in that regard. Still, sours are not my biggest thing. So I guess it loses a couple of marks there, just because I'm not crazy about this style of beer, but I can't fault it too much. I mean, when it comes to the style, that they nailed this. I think it does what it says it's supposed to do. It's gonna be a easily crushable summer, or spring seasonal sour beer that's a lighter beer, and it tastes like a fucking mimosa. Does exactly what the can says. You're not gonna you buy something like this, even like in New Brunswick where it's $5.99 a can. You still feel you don't feel ripped off, like you didn't get your money's worth. Whether or not $6 is worth it. But at the same time, I feel like I don't feel cheated because I got what I paid for. Anyway, so my overall thought on this one is the style 9. I'll give it a 9 for the style. I think they nailed the flavors right on. Overall enjoyment 7.5, which still means I really liked it. If somebody handed me this again, I would definitely drink it. I'm not sure if I go out and buy another can at $6, but I did enjoy the 2 cans of this that I've bought so far. That's my thoughts. Let me pan out to everybody else so that we can. Is there any comments here?
So I thought I stopped at duh. Lost my thoughts now, though. And then Lee Russell wrote, the beer wasn't available in the NSLC. Plus, to hell with Collective Arts. And then Lee Russell said, sound like it's best that Raider not own beer glasses. You're all tarred. What's next week's beer?
We'll get to next week's beer here momentarily. But first, let me do the math, and everybody's free to chat for amongst themselves for a bit.
The beer is almost the same color as the cat. Oh, he left.
What?
What?
The beer is the same color as the cat.
Oh, the
Wow,
orange
thanks for
cat.
cutting the table, you dick.
Garfield Bellini that you have there.
Yeah. I'm basically waiting when Nick comes over. I'm going to put Nick's brain into that cat's body and create the perfect Garfield.
That'd be
weird.
quite the feat.
So I'm going to take it on.
Quite the feet. Well, how big are they? Size 9? Size 10?
A cat's got huge feet.
Size 10 feet? Jesus.
A little worried, though, if I put the cat's brain to Nick's body, he'll start pissing all over the house.
Kind of creeped out that Radar knows how big my feet are.
Why? Are they 9s or 10s?
And
Nick had like a 6.5.
Yeah, foot.
oh, just because I'm short doesn't mean I got small feet.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Big feet equals big, you know.
Yeah, you know it. Very stocky person.
So that'll be a 9 triple wide.
9. So they don't have issues trying to find weird sizes for shoes. Bigger problem I have with finding shoes is the fact they're all sold out.
They're all sold out?
Anything I want is, oh, look, I want to go get that pair of shoes on sale. Oh, the people have already bought them.
Oh, yeah, fair enough.
Fuck you.
Okay. Do you have winners?
Fuck you people and getting out early in the morning.
Do you have winners?
Do that shit. What? Yeah, we have winners here.
Yeah, Winners usually has pretty good shoes, and if you go there, go there once a month, they usually have a reasonably pretty good selection.
Well, if I want sneakers, I usually run down to Sport Check and get Skechers or something, or Mark's Work Warehouse. Yeah, but I mean, the shoes that I've been normally wearing lately, I go. There's a shoe store in town, like one of those privately owned kind of things, called Greenlee Shoes.
Oh, so you buy organic moccasins?
Oh, just a nicer set of shoes. If you buy a nicer set of shoes, they last longer. Greg could probably attest to that because he's rich.
Yes. Yes, my $1,000 gold-plated pair of running shoes is lasting marvelously.
With the diamond-encrusted soles?
Obviously. I mean, you obviously pay a little extra for that, because why not? If it's not at least 10 karat, it's not worth my time.
Oh, for fuck's
Now,
sake.
somebody bring me my...
You know what I mean? You know what I mean? If you go out and buy a pair of shoes for $40 or something, you're going to get them last
Yeah, I used to... When I had to wear black shoes at a job, I used to always get the cheapest black shoes I could get, but the problem is I'd be replacing them every 3 months.
Yeah, but I go out and buy a pair of Dunhams, which is like a premium brand from New Balance, and the pair of shoes I have now, and I'm still wearing them, and they still look fine, are 3 years old. So they kind of got a leather outer, but they feel like wearing a sneaker. So I really like them, and I can still buy them. I went out and bought another pair. All right, so there's the ratings for tonight. So style 8.2, overall is 7.3.
So I didn't tank it too much.
No, you didn't. Turned out the added benefit of having a digital Dan, this which sounds like some kind of symbiont, or what do you call it? That's digital Dan. Anyway, we don't have to go there. All right, so that's enough of that. We know what the scores are.
Nothing wrong with having sex with Nick.
Simon, or whatever you call it, the thing the lady said was $1,000 that she might get.
No, the Sibian. I think they're like $3,000 or $4,000 actually. They're quite expensive.
Yeah, I was just thinking a digital Dan sounds like a Sibian, but it's computer operated, so you can use it through an online app or something like that.
Oh, I'm sure somebody's created an online app that you can city in somebody at another location.
All right. So the question that has been asked, I'm going to put myself back up on screen again and say, what is next week's beer? And it's funny that he mentions that the beer wasn't available in the NSLC I'm talking about tonight, plus the Collective Arts, because we are actually going to do a beer tonight
That he doesn't have.
that is available in the NSLC. So what's the excuse?
Oh shit!
This is Pump House's Crafty Radler,
Oh
which
shit!
is available in. Now, keep in mind, this is the
Nick
orange
Lowe
can of
calling
Crafty.
Lee out.
This is the orange can of Crafty Radler. So this is the blood orange and peach version.
Wait, can I get that?
I don't know.
Yeah, of course you can. Otherwise, I wouldn't be doing it.
Because I don't think I've ever seen that before. But
Me neither.
Oh, look at there's the response. Okay, so let's so next week's beer is going to be Crafty Radler, blood orange, and peach, and I'm pretty sure you can get this in singles out there as well as a like an 8-pack that's got a variety of Pump House Radlers. They've really been pushing this stuff lately because they got a series of these now. They got like a tart cherry and blueberry. They got this blood orange and peach, which came out last year, and they got a limoncello and lime, which is pretty tasty. So, which is I like it because it's like a different twist on the standard Radler style. Anyway, and also considering that it's summer now, we're getting into some summery beers. So,
wow, how summery.
Anyway, yeah, let me know if you guys have issue finding that in Ontario. 'Cause I'm pretty
no,
sure you guys can get it.
I've
It
already got
seems to
one.
be an LCBO, so I think it's okay.
Yeah, just remember blood orange and peach version because
Yep.
we've already done the original Crafty Radler.
There's only two. There's only two of them in the LCBO. It's either that one or the original. And yeah, I can.
Hashtag good friend Dan.
I think you can get it. So it should be okay. Oh.
All right.
I don't know. I think summer beer should just be imperial stouts because why not?
Well, yeah. You know what? It's summer's the time to party, and you can you can really party hard with an imperial stout. I just wish I could get imperial stouts in the summer.
Well, yeah, that part's kind of true. Yeah, truthfully, I don't love imperial stouts in the summer unless I'm drinking them in an air-conditioned room. But you know what? I don't mind drinking a double IPA by the pool. Why not?
Literally all the imperial stouts that I've been able to get in like the last 6 months to a year are sent to me by Greg.
And I haven't sent
That's
you
how terrible it is here.
anything lately.
You haven't sent me anything lately,
Don't
which
worry,
is all right because I'm broke lately. But all right, so I guess that's tonight's episode. So thank you Lee, thank you Dan, and thank you Popo Jojo. He can have all the Coors Light he wants.
Yes, have a Coors Light in our honor.
And Ray Dahar. We will chat with you folks later. Tune in next week when we do Crafty Radler.
There's racing.
Orange and peach. Man, it's just like home, isn't it, Greg?
That's right. It's the Etobicoke Drift has come to me.
It's the Mississauga Drift. This is the sequel. It's like Too Fast to a Mississauga or something like that.
To Etobicoke, too fast. Yeah, whatever.
All right, you guys need to regroup and come back next week.
We need to think about this and actually come back with a better. Yeah. All right. Speaking of which, bye.